we did try. Losing Damon in March, we again tried. But those timings are tough for people to up and move or up and, join a new team that they don't know anything about or don't know. But that was, just to be supplemental because we believed in the people that were here. Moving forward, we'll have at least, we'll see how everything shakes itself out with what the staff looks like, but we'll at least have one addition that we'll make now that we have a summer to make it. And we'll go from there.
What's up, YouTube? You're Inside the Edge, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Recently, I seen Brad Stevens do a press conference, a very lengthy press conference, and it compelled me to make this video about, the Celtics and what's going to happen moving forward. I know, the expectation for the Boston Celtics was to, go to the NBA Finals. That didn't happen, but I still think, the Celtics, had a really good season, and making it to the Eastern Conference Finals with Joe Mazzulla, I think was pretty impressive. The ultimate goal is to win a championship, but I still think, the Celtics has a couple pieces to go, and it's all about next season for the Celtics. So, Brad Stevens talked a lot about coaching, because coaching is a very prominent position in the NBA. When you have a strong coaching staff, it builds a team, builds team chemistry, and it just takes less pressure off of the head coach. So with Joe Mazzulla, he definitely needs, some help with coaching. I know a lot of his guys, a lot of his teams, a lot of just coaching. It's one of those things where when great coaches are doing a good job, they get recognized and they go off to other teams and explore and become head coaches or some downgrade to the college level. And, the Celtics have had many good coaching staffs over the years, and that's why so many of them go. So, Brad Stevens, one detail he mentioned was he wants to bring in, a new face in the coaching staff area where he wants it to be a player with experience, someone that played the game. And what other option would it be to bring in Rajon Rondo? I think he can be, a coach that can really help Joe Mazzulla out, take less pressure off of him and be able to connect and identify with Jaylen Brown, Tatum, with Marcus Smart being that point, Rondo, he's just a very intelligent player, one of the greatest point guards ever, but, he's all about his X's and O's. He's all about the drawing boards. He's all about strategy, knowing different schemes, different offensive, plays, how to, get teammates involved. This guy, Rondo, is a very intelligent, basketball player, and I know he can definitely be a coach in this league. And I don't see any better option than for Bradley Stevens to, give, Rondo a call to be a part of this coaching staff. I think his resume speaks for itself. Rondo, winning a championship early in his career with the Celtics back in 2008, winning another championship in 2020 with the Lakers, pretty impressive. And for him to win it in the rivals between the Celtics and Lakers, unbelievable how he did that. But I think Rondo should definitely get an opportunity to, be able to coach this or, just be an assistant coach to this Celtics team, because I think, Rondo, what he can bring as far as his mind, his brilliance minds, is not even just, his smarts, but it's just also knowing, like, Rondo, like, he's done this before, like, he's a champion, this guy, he has many experiences in the NBA, and he knows what he's talking about. So, I know a lot of players will gravitate towards him, and that respect level should be there, and that's where it starts. And I'm kind of going off the surface, but this had me even thinking about Allen Iverson. I remember Allen Iverson spoke about, pretty much when he retired from the Sixers, he was hoping to get an offer or, some type of connection to stay within the organization, but he didn't even get that opportunity. And it's been, so many years after he retired, and he's still not a part of the 76ers coaching staff. And I know that was definitely a topic that I think Stephen A. Smith might have talked about on First Take, but it's just like, wow, like how hasn't Allen Iverson, how is he not a coach somewhere in the NBA? So I feel the same thing with Rondo. Rondo, I feel like he can be a really good coach at the NBA level. I did do some research. I do know that Rondo has an offer at being an assistant coach at Kentucky, But I think if Brad Stevens gives Rondo a call, who knows, that might change. And, Rondo might be on the sidelines for the Celtics, just, coaching alongside Joe Mazzulla. I don't think it's a bad idea, and I think it's something that's a very big possibility. Brad Stevens said a lot about in his press conference, and I think he wants to reshape this team a little bit, and it all starts with the coaching staff. And I think Joe Mazzulla needs some help, and I think Rondo will be a perfect addition to the Celtics, coaching roster. And for you Celtics fans, I want to hear your opinion, and again, I think this is something that can really happen heading into the 2023 season. So obviously with the off season happening, a lot has to happen, and let's see what happens. What's gonna go on. There's gonna be a lot of different changes, a lot of different players coming in and out. I know the Celtics have to make some moves. I'm seeing that, Peyton Pritchardson is a guy that wants to be traded. So, the Celtics has to do a lot of trade moves, also a lot of signings, figuring out, what is the Celtics going to do with Al Horford. Brad Stevens made it clear that he wants to bring back this core with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. But this team is just a couple pieces away from winning a championship. And, I think the Celtics are going to run it back. And I think this team has a chance to go back to the Eastern Conference Finals, next year, believe it or not. So I don't want to make this video too long. But how you guys feel about Rondo could possibly be a coach for the Celtics, heading into next season? So with that being said, guys, have a good day, guys. Be safe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.